There has been a decrease in the number of people receiving government food assistance in Texas. Good evening, I'm Clarice Tinsley. Workers with the state's Hunger Relief Network say that is putting downward pressure on what food banks and pantries provide. Fox 4's Sean Rabb's been looking into this, and he joins us live now. Hi, Sean.
And good evening to you. Let me just tell you that July 4th marks 1 year since the passage of President Trump's big, beautiful bill when it became law. In that, provisions that had new work requirements in order for people to be eligible for SNAP benefits. Now, the groups impacted by that had previously been exempt are now the people who need help. The intended consequence to reduce those receiving the federal subsidy, and in Texas, that reduction by some 16%.
The food basket in Oak Cliff with signs that show customers what treats they can get with SNAP benefits.
We have these new energy drinks that they have no added sweeteners to them.
With more than 500,000 fewer Texans now qualify for SNAP supplement because of changes that came along with President Trump's one big beautiful bill that became law last 4th of July.
So now adults ages 60 to 64 have to be working in order to get benefits. If they fail to work for more than 3 months, they're cut off from food assistance. And the same is true for parents with kids.
The food basket's Joshua Southers says he's seen the effects of that in his grocery store, an increase in folks looking for work, he thinks, to keep their benefits.
And you think part of that has to do with this, the changes?
Yeah, if they're going to cut off food stamps for people who aren't working, they want to have a minimum amount of time, scheduled to where they can still receive their food stamps. People are going to be looking for jobs. So we've had a lot more. It will be like 10 people a day sometimes.
Celia Cole is executive director of Feeding Texas. That's the state network of food banks.
More people are needing our help at a time when our resources are also going down, and also the cost of getting food in and out the door has gone up.
At events like the North Texas Food Bank distribution at UNT Dallas that started at 8 Friday morning.
By 6 a.m., we already had about 15 cars lined up outside.
22,000 pounds of food passed out. It'll feed over 200 families, about 1,000 people. Food banks filling the SNAP gap that could get wider. Historically,
the SNAP benefits have been 100% federally funded. That makes sure that the program can grow when the need grows.
But the one big beautiful bill, H.R. 1, makes states pay part of their SNAP cost based on the percentage of inaccurate payments. State Democrat lawmakers wrote this letter asking Congress to put that SNAP cost share provision on hold because that could be over $700 million for Texas.
And that's not a cost the state legislature's ever had to fund before.
So even that cost share piece doesn't go into effect until next year. Lawmakers here in the state are working now to try to reduce costs, limit exposure, as you might well imagine, and get Congress to delay it, push it out even further.
Sean, thank you.